What's up, Rebels? Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe and join our Rebel family. So I missed last week doing a pregnancy update. Sorry about that. I'll explain why. Things have been a little rough for me. So I'm gonna do today my 11 and 12 week pregnancy update. I always do it at the end, so tomorrow will be 13 weeks. So today is the last day, pretty much, of my first trimester, which is exciting, but also not as exciting as I was hoping it was gonna be, and I'll explain that in a second. So let me see, where do I begin with this crazy pregnancy journey that I've been on? So last week at 11 weeks, the baby was the size of a lime. So the baby's getting pretty big. It's hard for me to believe that the baby is growing in like such a decent size because you cannot tell at all still, which is fine. It's still normal for me not to show, but it is weird to know that there's a lime in my body and I have no idea, like I can't feel it or see it. It says at 11 weeks, the baby is starting to move around more, which also, you know, I can't tell, it's too early. And the baby's skin is still see-through, but they're definitely starting to look a lot more like a baby. They're also developing tooth buds, hair follicles, and nail beds. Freaks me out. Every time I think about my baby inside me having nails, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. And if you guys saw, we know the gender. I can call baby a she. She has hair follicles and fingernails. I'm so excited. I was fine with either gender, but I really just had a feeling the whole time it was gonna be a girl, so it's so cool to find that out. And it's a lot easier to refer to her. Just, I can say her. She does have a name. We're not gonna announce it until she's born, but we have a name picked out and all of that, so it's so exciting to, like, I definitely feel a little bit more connected and like have a better idea of who she's gonna be now, so that's really exciting. As far as feeling wise, unfortunately, it seems to just be getting worse, not better. I'm nauseous 24/7. Even right now, I always feel like I'm gonna throw up. I throw up multiple times a day. I barely eat, which is probably another reason I might not be showing, because I've actually been starting to lose weight. I think I've lost like 6 or 7 pounds already. It's crazy. Like, I was so ready to, you know, gain weight and have some curves, but right now I'm just getting skinnier every day, I feel like. Even talking right now, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I might have to stop this video for a second and puke. So feelings both weeks, I don't say they've been the same. I think they're honestly getting worse, which is supposed to be the opposite. They're supposed to be getting a little better, which definitely sucks. Do you have something to say? Do you want to be in the video? Come here. So how do you feel about having a baby sister? Are you excited? Excited to continue the all-girl house? We're a girl gang, so we're excited to have another girl in our squad of all girls. We got girl cats, girl parents, girl aunties. Pretty much everyone in our life is a female, so she'll fit right in with our girl gang. Huh, are you stoked for all the pink stuff? She doesn't care. She does, like, she's extra obsessed with me now. She sleeps on my stomach every single night and never leaves me alone. It's pretty cute. She's definitely like extra like cautious and caring of me. Like, every time I throw up, I look over and she's like next to me, next to the toilet, like, what is going on? Are you okay in there? What's going on? It's weird to do the 2 weeks in one. I should definitely not forget again. It's confusing. So then I'll do week 12, which is this week, and the baby is the size of a plum. Again, if I go to the store, I look at the fruit and measure, and I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty big. This baby grows really fast. It's really interesting to see. So it says this week, baby's critical systems are fully formed. So the important development is done. And they're about to enter the growth maturation stage. So that means their organs and tissues and everything will grow rapidly. And it says they also have reflexes. So if you poke the baby, they'll move away. I probably won't be able to see it, but they can like deflect me. They're like, don't poke me, I'm comfy in here in your womb, even though I'm not making you feel good. So this week, like I said, every single week, I feel like I just get more sick. Unfortunately, it's been so hard. And this week I actually went to the ER. And if you know me, like I hate needles more than anything in the world. Like I want to have a natural birth just so I don't have to have an IV. And I'm also not one to go to the hospital. I'm not really into modern medicine unless it's necessary. But I was just so sick this week, and I was at work and I like threw up multiple times that day, and I just like could barely function. And I just was thinking in my head, I was like, I just want to get an IV. I want relief, even if it's a relief for 2 hours while the IV goes in me. Like I want something to make me feel a little bit better. So I went in and they tested all my vitals, and I have like really low blood pressure, they said, probably from just being so exhausted from being so sick. I have a lot of things are really low, and I think it's from lack of nutrients because I haven't really been eating or keeping food down. So all the fluids were low and everything, and they tested me to make sure everything was okay, and they gave me an IV, which for 3 hours I felt like the best I've felt. Unfortunately, after like 3 hours I felt sick all over again. Like my nausea is non-stop, like 24/7. I feel like I'm about to throw up. It's been really intense. Even I'm having a hard time just talking, I feel nauseous. So she confirmed that I have Hyperemesis gravidarum. I don't know if I'm saying that right, which I kind of had a feeling I did just because I have been so sick, but I was also in denial and didn't want it to happen because part of hyperemesis is it doesn't go away after the first trimester. Like everyone's like, oh, just wait, you're almost done with the first trimester, you'll feel amazing, it's the happy trimester, it'll be like such a relief. But for me, that's not gonna happen. It's really depressing, I'm not gonna lie. I've been kind of like crying about it just to know that I could possibly feel this way the entire pregnancy, or it could be up to 20 weeks, which when you're this sick, 20 weeks seem really far away, or it could even be to the full-term pregnancy. So that really sucks, but I am grateful that she said I have a mild case of it. Some women, when they have it, it's so severe that they have to be hospitalized the whole pregnancy. They have to get like a feeding tube or have an IV the entire time because they can't keep anything down. So luckily I still can drink water and I can still eat like maybe once a day. So I'm grateful that it's not the worst it could be, but I also wish that I didn't have it. It's not very common, and it sucks, and it's like been a little bit depressing. It just makes me honestly more emotional because at this point I don't think I'm gonna have another baby. I've been so sick, and I always thought I wanted at least 2, maybe more. I thought I was gonna be like super into being pregnant and maternal, but it turns out my body thought otherwise. So it's been kind of sad because I've kind of come to the conclusion that this will be the only baby I have, just because I feel so awful and I can't imagine myself purposely doing this again and putting myself through this. So I'm getting really sentimental about things because I'm like, I only will have one moment. Like the gender reveal, for example, I cried like for 3 days after that because like the whole prank thing, I was just thinking about like I'll never have that moment again and I'll never have that experience again. So I wish I got to just have a positive experience and not be so overwhelmed, especially because I don't feel good. Just things like that. Like every time I think of something baby related, I get sad because I'm like, this is the only time I'll experience it. I'm sure I'll feel like that too when the baby's born, like, oh my god, their first whatever, like, oh, I'll never experience that again. Maybe we'll adopt or something, but like, I'm trying not to be depressed, but I can't help but think like that, like this is it, this is my only experience. So I want to be really positive and have a good time and make the best of this experience, especially if it's going to be my only time. But like I keep saying, it's really, really hard to stay positive when you constantly feel like crap and just you're always on the verge of throwing up. And if I could, I would honestly just stay in bed until I was due. Like, I wish I could not work and just sleep. Wake me up when it's March. That's how I feel right now. It sucks. I was so excited for pregnancy and this whole magical experience, but unfortunately I was unlucky and got a mild form of a condition that just makes pregnancy really, really hard to deal with. Like, pretty much unbearable. Like, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna do my best for my baby and keep going, and I know that she'll be worth it in the end and I'll be so happy and everything will be amazing. But it's gonna be a long, hard pregnancy, especially if it doesn't go away. So I really hope that I can have it end at 20 weeks, because I know now that it's not gonna end at the first trimester, because that's tomorrow. And I have no signs of getting better. I feel worse every single day. I keep thinking like this is the day I'm gonna feel better, and I just feel worse and worse and worse. So I'll do a bump shot, but honestly, I think I'll probably look less pregnant than last time. I don't know if you guys can tell, like I had a little bit of bloating and a bump before. But now I honestly look so skinny. My rib cage is starting to stick out a little bit. Yeah, I've noticed my body changing and not the way I expected. I noticed that I'm just getting thinner, like my butt is gone, my arms are a little bit thinner, my hair has been falling out a little bit, and I think it's just because I haven't been able to keep enough nutrients down. I try to drink protein shakes and eat as much food as I can, but it's really hard with hyperemesis and how sick I feel. Like most things, if I take one bite, I just can't even finish it. I'll either throw it up or get so nauseous that I'm not even hungry anymore. It's crazy. So I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe I won't do it every week. I'm having a hard time doing anything at this point, if I'm completely honest. The doctor did give me anti-nausea medication, which I'm not really into taking things when you're pregnant, and I don't really, because of side effects and the risks, but I think I might take it once or twice a week, like if I have to go out and do something and be active. Or sometimes if I just need a day where I can eat a lot and not throw it up and actually eat some vegetables and be healthy, then I definitely want to take it maybe once or twice a week. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and supporting us and our beautiful baby girl who's giving me a really hard time right now, but I know at the end of the day she's gonna be amazing, and that's like all I keep thinking about, is that I get the little girl I've always wanted, and she's gonna be so amazing that I feel like as soon as she's born I'm gonna forget this ever happened. Watch me be like, I want another baby. Everyone tell me no, don't get pregnant again, adopt or something, because this might come back and be horrible again. But I know when she's here I'm gonna forget about everything and it'll be so worth it. And I just can't wait for that moment. And until then, I love you guys and thank you for supporting us always. Bye.